A man accidentally killed his past self from 5 years ago with a pencil. Strangely, his past self did not disappear due to the butterfly effect. It turned out that this was a parallel universe. 5 years ago, Simon's negligence led to the accidental death of his daughter Jenny. As a result, his wife Daisy divorced him, and Simon was consumed by guilt. One night, Simon happened to pass through a tunnel and found that the other side was daytime. He also saw his past self in this timeline. Realizing that he had traveled through time, Simon rushed back home and discovered Jenny, who had just fallen into the swimming pool. This time, he successfully saved his daughter. 5 years later, he finally saw his daughter again. At this moment, the Simon from the parallel universe also returned home. Upon discovering a stranger in his house, he pounced on him, leading to the opening scene. The Simon from 5 years later buried his past self in the garden. After doing this, he took a shower and tidied himself up, intending to replace the Simon of this timeline. When Daisy, from this world, returned home from work, she did not notice anything unusual about Simon. However, Jenny sensed that something was off. It turned out that she had witnessed everything that happened. That night, Daisy wanted to check Simon's phone, using the excuse of inviting his friends to a birthday party. Simon instinctively patted his pocket and realized that his phone was buried in the back garden. He brushed Daisy off, claiming that he had lost his phone. Late at night, he searched for his phone alone in the back garden. Time quickly passed, and it was Simon's birthday. Simon was immersed in the warm atmosphere. However, at this moment, he noticed that his good friend, Hans, had a serious expression on his face after chatting with Daisy and left. Simon had a bad feeling. He approached his daughter from behind and saw that Jenny had drawn a frightening picture. Simon looked out the window and saw Hans searching around the garden. It started to rain heavily. By the time Simon arrived, Hans had already found the buried corpse. Hans couldn't accept it and wanted to tell everyone the truth. Simon disagreed, and the two got into a fight. At this moment, Simon's neighbor Brian quietly walked up behind his best friend. Simon was about to stop him when Hans fell to the ground. Simon was in despair, but Brian said, "We can't be betrayed by a traitor." It turned out that Brian was also a time traveler. This movie is called The Door. Due to copyright issues, we can only watch up to this point. If you're interested, you can check out the original film.